Hi family, Ella here. I just wanted to pop on and share some energy and some love as I was sitting in contemplation with the energy and meditating and, doing what I know to do to calm my nervous system. I just used some magnesium spray on the bottom of my feet because I know magnesium is very calming. It's good for the nervous system. With the energies right now, the moon is getting ready to go into Capricorn, so we know that it's a very grounding day. If you can, wherever you are, I'm currently in the state of Florida, and we know right now what's happening in the state of Florida. It's really a divine opportunity for us to fully step into our power as a collective when we know this, because we're all choosing to go through this. Whatever you believe the case may be as to the origin point of this thing, it's still here, right? So we're not squabbling over who started it or how it's been engineered within us or without us, because all is self. If anybody follows the channel of livzenastrology, which is my astrology channel, that is our maxim. That is my own personal philosophy, way of life. It's all is self. All is you. It's all, there's nothing outside of you that's happening that you are not deeply connected to on some level. Quantum field, the quantum energy field is saying, that's what they're calling it. It's the field of energy, right? Metaphysicians and mystics have been saying this since the beginning of time, what this energy is. Even in our media and the movies, right? They call it the Force, Star Wars. It's this force of energy that we are all connected to, that we are all a part of. The fish does not know it swims in water. And this field of energy, which is plasma, is a fourth state of matter. It's another field of energy very similar to water, very similar to the energy field of that we are all being influenced by, like a current. And so in this current of energy, we are all together swimming like this school of fish, right? This collective school of fish. And if you're watching this right now, hopefully you've gotten to a sacred sanctuary space where you are being held. You have a roof over your head. How you have all the things in support for whatever this current of energy is bringing. And with that, so we're sitting now, and what we do right now matters. Right now. This is why we're here on the planet. You've done all the things. Sorry, I've got hair in my, I keep eating my hair. Sorry. You've done all the things you know to do. And now what? All right. So your thoughts are really in your nervous system and your body. You've come here to have a direct experience. Nothing makes you feel more alive than the fear of death, than being scared. So yeah, we're going through all kinds of emotions right now. Good. That's why we're here. We're here to feel. We are sentient beings. We are here to feel all of it. But you get to choose through your feeling expression, through your conscious feeling expression, what's coming up for you. And I know this may be morbid to think about, but it's something where my mind goes, and astrologically, being ruled by the sign of Scorpio, I've been contemplating death and the afterlife for a long, long time. And so there's stories that our ancestors tell us about, and I'm sure those of you that have heard or seen on YouTube channels, those that have passed away and come back, right, that have near-death experiences, and they talk about this summing up, this life review, if you will, of our lives and what we experienced and how we could have done things better, how we could have played it out, been more loving. Why do we have to wait? In other words, maybe in moments like this is the opportunity before we actually take that plunge of full metamorphosis into the another being of ourselves, into the next version of ourselves. Because if quantum energy is correct, they say energy is neither created nor destroyed, it's just changed. So however we change or we are changing right now as a collective and as an individual, we are changing into something else, into another version of ourselves. Some say the light body. Some say the crystalline structure, that our bones are actually crystals, which I've seen and felt within myself. So going back to this life review, can you do the life review now? Can you allow yourself to experience? Because nobody knows how this thing's going to play out. We can imagine, hopefully we're imagining the highest and best version, and a version of us where we actually thrive and we come together and you know, we recreate, we rebuild, and we do it more robustly, and we free up the free energy and the technology that's been sort of suppressed, right? That's been hoarded, if you will. That's being released, right? That the governing bodies, if there was any kind of corruption, like a corrupt file in the system, right? If this is a holographic universe and we're in this simulation game, we're the part of humanity that's been corrupt, right? Just like a corrupt file, an old system that we see collapsing, Pluto and Capricorn. And it's starting to move forward, right? So there's momentum coming into this, going out of Plutonian energy, which is the god of transformation, death, destruction, but also rebirth. And moving into the sign now of Aquarius, which is more humanitarian, which is more collective, more, it's not the top-down structures of Capricorn, it's more of the all of us energy. It's not the top-down, it's more of a circular, right? Think of like the spiral. So the power is spiraling back unto ourselves out of the reverse pyramid, right? The top it's coming back down. And then it's spiraling up collectively, simultaneously, because we are geometric patterns through sound, vibration, harmonics that are spinning wheels of light into this universe. God, I keep eating my hair. That's why I pull my hair back. So with that being said, I wanted to come up on here today and just share some energy as I'm hunkering down and managing my mind and staying in a vibrational frequency as high as I possibly can, meaning as most balanced, harmonically, vibrationally balanced. It's not so much high and low, because we need those low notes too. The low notes are Mother Earth, so we don't want to disrespect the high low. It's the harmonic, it's the balance of, like, again, if we're instruments, we're playing our own notes, we're playing our own tunes, we're playing in harmony, right? And so this is my playtime. Again, those of you guys know that I like to play with divination tools, which are just like empowering oracle cards of words of affirmation and positivity, but truth. And I've been working with the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck because, again, we are working with the ocean right now collectively, especially with Milton. And so, hey, Eric. Hey, thanks for watching. Yes, I know you and your Kali energy, absolutely. Which I went by Kali for a while. Because you guys don't know. I went through that one of my spiritual awakenings, one of my incarnations in this lifetime, because I've had many. But the first card that came up again with this Whispers of the Oracle deck, when I asked, I said, what energy do I need to know to navigate this current of energy that we're in? And of course I get it's called the gift of neutrality. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposites to energy, but reside. Geez, I need my glasses. Hold on. Okay. Yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. And this is the card here. So you can see the fiery energy. And you can see that this here, it's about bringing neutrality. So whatever you say, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking about, if you can bring it to neutrality as much as possible. I think of like apple cider vinegar, baking soda, right? It's a neutral substance. It's if you're very acidic in your body and your nature and your thoughts and your fears, and it's creating these acidic energies, which can also create inflammation, right? As above, so below. These inflamed energies can be negated through alkalinity, through chemistry, right? The body, but also through alkalizing the thoughts, right? Breathing, allowing yourself to move the energy up and out of you like a true alchemist, turning lead into gold. And there's 7 stages to alchemy, and I'm still learning them myself, but you guys can check that out. The 7 spiritual stages to alchemy. It's very similar to being a chemist and alchemizing through chemistry. And I believe the first stage is like destruction, right? You have to burn through fire, which is the fire energy. If you look at the energy of the card, it seems very fiery to me. So using the energy of fire, there's a breath of fire. You can actually make your body very hot by breathing a certain way, right? So these are things that you can look up on YouTube. We've taught ourselves that. To me, YouTube is the Akashic record, the field of all that is. I'm sure if you need to know or learn about something, it's there, right? We have the access, we have the tools right now. Why you still have electricity and currency, you know, we're all in this sort of waiting, holding pattern right now. So what you do in this now matters. Literally, will turn into form. Will thoughts become things? Will turn into a physical manifestation. So enough of us now are neutralizing the storm within us. You know, we're alkalizing. And it can be something as simple. If you're going to drink coffee, which a lot of us like to be stimulated and stay awake during these times because we need to feel like we're on point. Just put a dash of baking soda in your coffee. That helps neutralize the acidity and helps your stomach and not feel that acid stomach. If you're going to be working with the medicine of coffee, which coffee is a medicine. Actually, everything is a medicine. All alchemy, all chemistry, it's all medicine, right? Right now I'm using frankincense as part of my medicine for neutralizing and just keeping myself connected, right? I'm actually using some crystal. Look, these are pink quartz with points, right? To get to the point of the matter. So using this in conjunction with the essential oils, right? This is my secret spiritual behavior, right? SSB. A lot of us do these things in secret. You know, we like to play with certain divination tools. I have this really cool deck that I use from Louise Hay, Love Your Body, because there is an aspect to astrology, which is called astrophysiology, that believes that the planets, that what we're witnessing in the planetary systems above is really our operating system within us. Like the organs, the planets are organs. And so there's a reflection of what's happening outside. This is part of the Hermeticism as above, so below, as within, so without. So I love pulling cards from this Love Your Body because this could be part of the body that's talking to you. Alasa, thank you so much for watching. Alasa, actually, Tiernan has an amazing Akashic Soul record app, which is very similar to correlating what's happening outside of us in the Akashic field with what's going on in our body. And actually, Alasa, I did an app, an Akashic Soul read, and one of the bergamot was the oil, was the go-to. So I've been diffusing bergamot, and I can send you the link. I'll take pictures and send that, because I also work with Alasa's app as well. If you work with the Akashic Records and the Akashic Soul Pro app, check her out. Amazing tool, which also, again, connection points, right? How to connect what's happening outside of us to what's happening inside the body. For those of us who've been doing the deep dives and studying Gnosticism or the occult practices of these things, of frequency, vibration, sound, that is a very personal experience, and it has to do with an inward expression of what we're projecting to an outward reality. And if this sounds in alignment, or you use this language, or you're familiar with these things, I ask and you continue to play and to stay. If not, that's okay. If this doesn't resonate, please, it's okay. This is for those who hear the truth of what I'm saying and what I'm speaking, and to know it to be true within themselves. And if anybody wants to, yes, Akashic Soul Pro app, thank you. And if you could leave the link on here too, Alasa, I believe that's also free for people, for Androids, and I think it's only $9.99 for the Apple, and I highly recommend it. Yeah, you can do that. Thank you. Okay, going back to the card pulls, I was asking, you know, energetically, what is my body sharing with me in this storm of energy? Like, what parts of my body is reflecting the storm and that wants to be supported? And 3 cards came out. It was, I love my bones, right? So this is balance, structure, stability. So stabilizing that force field within you, right? In my experience, I've seen my bones actually being crystals, right? The immortal substance, because all of us, and you can look this up, guys, when we're cremated, all we have left is ash, right? Ash to ash, dust to dust. And what's in the ash are crystals. Well, crystals are immortal substances. They never quit growing. So for that logic, we are immortal. They're a part of our substances in the material realm, the matter of the elementals, that is salt, that is cleansing. And these are also cell salts. You can look this up. cell salts are what the body primarily is made of, right? And these are immortal substances. Salts keep growing and growing and growing. And salts, because we are quantum energy bodies, the formation of our bones really are the crystalline structures, right? And we're becoming less carbon, more crystalline. Again, please do your own deep dive with these topics and these subjects, because this is years and years of just studying and then integration and then filtering out what I've seen and read to be truth and what is not truth. And it's been a deeply personal and intimate exploration of what truth means. So if any of this, my individuated truth, resonates with you, please take it. Take it with the grain of cell salt, which is your crystal, and do what you will with it, right? Apply it to your own gnosis of how you're becoming, how you were reflecting, how are you evolving, how all this stuff has been stirred up because it needed to, because things need to be dislodged and alchemized. Again, we are the alchemist. This is the moon in Capricorn. This is our structure, which rules bones, right? So it makes sense that the bones would come up today is the crystalline structure. So whatever that means for you today, to go and work with your bones. I know that using silica or diatomaceous earth is a very big bone for those that are working with osteoporosis, and this whole navigation about women and osteoporosis, that's false. Diatomaceous earth and silica regrows bones. We're fine. We don't need the calcium. And again, do your own deep dive to what that means. I'm not a doctor, but these are the things that I've been studying that ring true for me. Okay. The other part of my body that came up that wanted to be acknowledged and loved is the kidneys, right? And the kidneys, if you can see, there's two of them behind. And the kidneys, this was the mantra that comes up with it. My kidneys efficiently eliminate the old poisons of my mind. I release the old and welcome the new. I am safe. So we know the kidneys also filter out. It's a filtration system, right? So anywhere that we, again, are being defragged and there's alchemy happening within our bodies to cleanse and purge, possibly parasites and different things that have been injected into our consciousness and our bodies. You know what I'm talking about. The kidneys is the place where it's actually going to help us remove, and I think even the word kid, right? It's from childhood. These childhood wounds, poisons, programs from 0 to 7, where we were in theta, and we were in the programmable state of consciousness. That's where a lot of these underlying inner conscious programs are playing themselves out, had to be brought to light, right? So we're seeing it. This is all also a reflection of, astrologically, the South Node in Libra, with this eclipse in Libra that we just had, all these old karmic patterns of relationships within ourselves, within our bones, within our kidneys that we were holding, that the filtration system was clogged. Think of like a clogged sink system, right? And so the earth is coming through the salt water, again, cell salts, the immortal substance, to come in and cleanse and clear these parts of our bodies, these parts of our minds, and these reflection points within, as within, so without. So really bringing support to the kidneys right now, and the bones, if you can, while the moon's in Capricorn today. And the third reflection point in the body that wanted to be stimulated or acknowledged or loved on, while we're in this waiting, holding pattern, right? While we're waiting for this transformation of Milton to do its thing, was feet. And feet is ruled by Pisces, right? The souls of the body. Literally, the souls, the entry and exit point. And there's two, right? The dual nature, the positive and negative aspects of us, which is just polarity. It's just a mechanism. It's how energy flows. You need the ascending current, AC, and the descending current, DC. And so the feet are one of the entry and exit points to the body, just like the crown, just like the hands, right? We have spinning wheels of light in our bottom of our feet and our hands. And so the feet, the mantra that came with this is, my understanding of life continues to grow. I walk upon this planet safe and secure, always moving forward towards my greater good. And you can see people, look, this is what we're turning into, guys. This is what we're moving towards. More harmony, more, cleansing of our communities, of how we interact with one another, with how we connect, right? This is going to be the opportunity for us that we're all moving into as we're navigating this fear. So wherever you're at, wherever you're doing, and I know you're hunkered down, and I know you're scrolling through this, and I know you probably feel like, man, I want to get whatever information I can while the electricity's still on, right? So these are just some of the thoughts that are going through my head, like, okay, make sure everything's charged and good, and in the meantime, what can I do? And again, not to be morbid, but this is where my scorpionic mind goes sometimes. If this is the last day, and this is it, right? And you're doing the life review, and we're doing this life review out loud together. Did you do all those things you wanted to do? Did you accomplish? Fill those goals? Did you honor yourself? Did you honor one another? Did you do your best? I think of the 4 agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz, right? Don't make assumptions. Communicate clearly and concisely. Always do your best. And I forget the last one. Shit, I must need to still work on that one. But anyway, these are good foundational practices, right? Did you do your best? Did you communicate with integrity? Really speak from your truth? Did you quit making assumptions about what you think you know and what the other person knows, and then create your reality from that space? Can you bring more awareness right now in this life review? Can you forgive yourself? Can you forgive the others that did you wrong? I mean, at some point we're going to have to, right? Or else we're going to cycle back into this thing with what was unfinished. What's coming to mind right now is the hopoponopono, right? The I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. Can you say this to yourself? Look in the mirror, maybe. Do some mirror work. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. Can you say it to the friends and family that maybe you don't feel like saying it to right now? And you might be wishing them well wishes to, go off to the storm, and the things we do when we're mad or angry or in our egos or in separation. Can you let that go? I mean, we all have stuff that we've done and we've had done to us. We've all been the perpetrator and the villain. And at some point, the story's changing. Like at some point, don't you want a different story about things? Or do you want to come back here and recycle this and keep spinning those wheels until you get it, until you get full unity? If that's even what we're here to get. I don't even know. I'm here to get that. I'm only talking about my own individuated journey. So, in this opportunity to reflect, if this was your last day and your last time on this planet, and did you leave it a better place than you found it? What's your legacy? How you be remembered? These are just questions. Another good question is, when we get through this, which I very much intend on getting through this, what will I become after? How will I allow myself to fully step into my authentic expression and do those things that I know in the back of my mind I've been wanting to do, but I've been procrastinating and putting it off to I'll get it done one day. When I have this and this and this, when I have this amount of money in the bank, when I have this relationship, and when I have this, and then I'll... What a joke. And I caught myself in that loop, like, oh, wow, I'm waiting. I've been in purgatory. We're in this waiting game. I've been in this waiting game almost my whole life. Waiting. And it's because it's programmed. It's the way I've been taught to think. It's the way I've allowed myself to be conditioned. And again, there's no blaming anymore. I did a lot of that. I blamed, I forgived. Mom and dad did the best they could. They're still doing the best they can. Mom and dad, I love you. all my brothers and sisters, I love you. Like, I'm good with all the people in my life, even the people that I still don't talk to because of, I have to have healthy boundaries because of toxic things. But again, still good with everybody. And that's a good place to be, because I feel clear no matter what happens in this transitionary time, however I decide to transition into the next version of myself in this realm or the next, I'm prepared. I've weighted the feather of my heart with my truth. And I'm just asking that when that feather, it gets out of balance, that I get truthful real quick. And I'm better at telling the truth to myself, so that that feather and that weighting of the heart, this is back to Maya, and this is Egyptian culture, because they very much studied, death and the Book of the Dead and what happens when you die. And because death is not what we think. Death is a transformation. It's a portal into another phase of this thing. So the Egyptians wanted to be very clear about what you did in this realm, because you're going to bring it and recycle it into the next realm, if you choose to believe that. So why not, during this time, have an opportunity to clear it up, clear up your consciousness? You don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you can project for the best, but, in the unknown, and this is what we're all navigating, this is what we're all are traversing into these unknown chartered waters. You get to choose. You get to choose right now what you focus on. And if you choose to forgive, and it's like when you packed for this, exodus, and if you had to leave the state of Florida, what did you pack? What was important to you? It's the same thing. When we transition, when we die, it's the same thing. What are you packing? And the package where you store it is in your heart. It's in your mind, what you focus on. Can you lighten your heart right now? Can you just let it all go? All of it. Can you just release it and surrender it and let it go within yourself? Pack light, travel light. Literally, L-I-G-H-T. Travel light, travel in the light, travel with the light. The void is the magnet. The true void is the dark, where it's magnetizing, and the light is just the linear path that travels. It's all together. There's no separation. So the cards I pulled from the Oceans of the Whisper deck, which I thought were really cool, that kind of gave me perspective into this thing, and to even have me ask these questions about, did I do everything the best that I could? Did I communicate to everybody that I love what I needed to communicate? Did I quit making assumptions? Did I always do my best? Again, I can't remember that fourth one. It'll come to me. But the cards I pulled from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck, and asking advice, like, from the collective source of energy, because we're all, remember, the fish swimming in this field of water. We don't know we're swimming in water, but it's plasma, which is like water. So we're all swimming in this, and the collective reflection that came through, which was really surprising. I'm going to put my glasses on for this because I want to read it. Number 21, for those that follow numerology, it's 3. It's the Divine Trinity. Enjoy the journey. Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. Well, ain't that the truth? These changes are not only good, but necessary. Bring awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. And this is what the card looks like. So this is all of us right now in the ocean of energy, being relocated, being dispersed, moving with the currents of energy, going exactly where we need to be with exactly who we need to be, right? We are located geographically for exactly those of us who are in the know. Our energy are needed there. So wherever you are, wherever you find yourself is exactly perfect. You are the grid point for those, again, that have been studying and working with these energy fields for a while. Everything is purposeful. There are no accidents or coincidences or things that coincide happenstance. It doesn't operate that way, as far as I can see and feel. So collectively, we're all moving together in this harmonic field, even if it seems chaotic. There is a purpose to this. And then the next card I received was Gliding Through the Currents, which is number 13. And I'll show you the card in a moment, but I'm going to read it to you. It says, with a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease. Going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. And this is all of us right now. And the immediate image I was receiving was that this particular fish, this particular shark, it looked like the mouth was open, right? So breathing through this time, getting into the breath. And this is a good time while you still have electricity, guys. Go on YouTube, find some breathing exercises. Do some yang breathing, do some yawn breathing, do some, harmonizing. And I may even after this do a collective meditation that I post up for this storm for those of us to, because I just took the Silva method. So it's a way of hypnotizing yourself, changing your brainwave states, going into beta and theta, which is the programmable state, maybe, right? Having some music playing that's going to harmonize your brains to help you focus on, just calming the energies, calming the currents around us, around Florida, just seeing that calm within, and then just directing the energy more towards the ocean, right? Just again, focusing on what you want, which is really harmonizing the current of energy, keeping it very simple. Just harmonize the current of energy around you. And then if we all do that together, right, I'm going to harmonize the current of energy around me. Then my neighbors harmonize their current of energy around them. And then they do the same. And, and everybody just calms down. All this inflammation, all the anger, all the fear. It's inflammatory. It's inflaming these currents. Astrophysiology. If you manage your currents of energy within you as much as possible, it will affect the field of energy around you. And on collective energy with Jupiter and Gemini, we're starting to see Jupiter expansion, exactly how powerful we are with the power of what Gemini, our minds, our thoughts, what we focus on. And this has been a very distractionary time. We've lost our focus. We've been, or allowed ourselves to be focused on somebody else's creations. Let's just put it that way. And so we're asking us to come back into our heart, those of us who came here on purpose and with direct mission, with, the point, right? Getting to the point of the heart, remembering the heart, remembering these pillars. I'm thinking of like the, what's in front of the Pentagon, what's in front of these buildings, what are they called? Somebody write that down. Anyway, it's taking these currents, because this is all also Egyptian technology that's in DC, which again, do your own research about that. I can't think of the name of these, but anyway, these are pillars, these are lights, these are pointed energies, and these are also, you can do it within you, right? So playing with the technology within you. This is a new discovery. This is a new way. Again, we've been massively distracted over who we are and misinformed about the way our operating system works and the functionalities of what we're capable of. So, stepping into the field of curiosity. This is an opportunity, again, while we're hunkering down. Play with these energies. You have your mind. You have your imagination. Don't let it get commandeered for shit you don't want. Right? That's like media and advertising. You're constantly bombarding you and selling you shit you don't want or need. Right? So that's part of the cleansing. So if all that's been washed away and all that's been defragged within you, it's like, okay, well, why don't you get to the point and point from your heart about what you want? Do you want a healthier gut? Do you want a healthier biome? Do you want healthier water and air and food? I mean, what do you want? Because we know it's not about the money thing. You can't eat money. The material stuff, it seems so, I don't know. At this point, silly to lust after it, especially seeing how nature just come and take all of it at any given time. There's a really cool crystal I like to work with. This here is an orgonite. See the copper? right? The pyramid technology. So this is also, right, the spiral of intention. So looking at the spiral of the storm, there's a point to it, right? Collect the energy and direct it. Direct it to your heart. Direct it to what you would like to see. It's time to get back into that childlike curiosity of who we really are and what are we becoming? What are we metamorphosizing into this now? It's the great unknown. But just know, just like this circle, just like this speed, it doesn't stop. It never began. It doesn't end. It just keeps going. But we are changing. We are in flow. We're in these currents of energy together, right here, all of us. And so what you do right now matters. It's an opportunity to do a life review and maybe make an agreement, when you get through this thing, how will your life look? How will you change? Even though we don't know as a collective, how will it look in the immediate, we know that it's evolving and improving and that there's going to be mass shifts in our governing bodies and how we operate in this world. We know this. But can you imagine that it's going to be incredible and healing and an opportunity? And who will you become in this shift? Whether it's in this incarnation or the next. This is, again, life review. And do the forgiveness work, the hopoponopono. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you for this game. Thank you for being a character in my play that I created. And thank you for calling me in to be this character for you, whether it's the villain or the perpetrator, right? Thank all of it. Just let it go for you. You don't want to hang on to any of it, no matter where you're going. If it's to the next town or the next incarnation. I don't know. But these are just ways I was called to show up today as I'm in my own contemplation energy, and I know I'm here to work with the collective energy. I've been kind of shy about the things I study or the way I see the world, but now's not the time to be shy. Now's the time to speak. And for those that are in vibrational alignment, we'll be here. If not, it's okay. I can't hang on to any of that anymore. The judgment's got to go. The insecurity, the separation, it's got to go. It doesn't work anymore. So, anyway, family, thank you everybody that's watching. I would just invite you over these next few hours. What you do matters. How you think matters. This is why we've been doing the work. Breathe. We're in this current of energy together, even if you may feel very alone. Right now, it's just Tanner and I in this space in Florida. But I don't feel alone because I know I'm not. I have a huge support system around me because I can feel it. I can feel you guys. I can feel my ancestors that say, you know what, we went through this and this is how we got through it. My DNA is activating within me in remembrance that this is how we do it. So it's an invitation to go inward and really meet yourself. Meet your ancestors that are inside of you through your imagination that we've been taught to neglect or not believe because we're just making it up. We're making up everything. That's how powerful a creator we are. We're creating the whole gosh darn thing. We are co-creators with the divine. However you choose to name the divine. There's still... I didn't create myself. Maybe I did. Don't know. But going back to these quiet contemplation moments, what you do now matters. Heal, forgive, hopoponopono, put it behind you. Don't carry it into the next incarnation, next realm. Again, that way, that heart with the feather, right? And lead is heavy. Lead is Saturnian. It's karma. It's things that are brought into heavy form that becomes anchors. And right now we're being asked to unanchor from the lie or the untruths and anchor into our own truth, whatever that may be for you. And you may have never experienced your own truth. So this is going to be new for you, and that's okay. Be willing to trust yourself in the process. This is what's happening for all of us with these solar flares, with these comments, with these second moon, I mean, whatever the storyline is playing out right now that's activating us, saying, hey, there are major shifts happening right now all over within our consciousness. We are being shaken and rattled and spun, but stay in that center point. Be the observer, like that eye of the storm. And we create, I mean, that's the way it works, right? Be in the center point, observe, and know that you're changing, you're metamorphosizing. We all are. So what would that look like on the other side of it? These are just questions to contemplate. You don't have to answer it, but it's good to clean up our consciousness right now before wherever we're getting ready to go. It's an opportunity if you choose to see it that way. So thank you, everybody that's watching. Gosh, Wade, Cindy, Natalie, Debbie, Kim, Christine, Eric, Suzette. Thank you, everybody. Alasa. Thank you, family, for being here and traversing these unknown chartered territories with me. As I'm doing my best to just, do my best. And sharing some love the way I know how. Okay. I'm going to go dance. I'm going to go pet Tanner. I'm going to maybe juice, maybe make some tea, pull some more cards, put another essential oil on, and just be in my heart as much as possible, staying calm as much as possible. That's all I can do. I love you, family. Be well, be safe. We got this. And again, I'll see you on the other side of this thing. Mwah. Bye.